Namo Dasa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Dasa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Dasa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Okay. Yesterday I had explained about how to overcome kankars. So there are 16 kinds of the doubts. Ahozainuko aham adita madanam. Ahozain nanuko adita madan, and so on. 16. These 16 can be overcome by understanding the Preja Samubhada. So what is Preja Samubhada? Cause and effect. Now the next paragraph we learned yesterday, paragraph 19 in the commentary. So ati me adadi jita sastra deti sabakali su adano atidam ganadi. Now I have already explained. Ati me adda. Nati me adda. If someone believes there is Atman or soul, it is also called sastaditi. If someone believes I have no Atman, I have Atman or I have no Atman, such a two beliefs leads to the two wrong views, sastaditi and Ojjhata-diti, eternalism and nihilism. Now the next one is Attana wa Attanam Sanjanamiti. Sankhara khanda sisena khande Attari kahitawa. Inyaya Sanyaya Awaseza khande Sanjanato Imina Attana. Imam Attanam Sanjanamiti hoti. So I want to read the paragraph. Adana wa adanam sanjanamiti. Okay, carry on. Carry on. Okay, now there are 2 points. Attana wa attanam sanjanami. Attana wa anattanam sanjanami. Anattana wa attanam. So I wanted to read the paragraph 90 in the Pali canonical text. sao Bali do attackada no bada go you gala the song you gala mas Okay. That's why Ionis or Manasik Roto, Chanam Detina, Inyatra Deti, Obijati. The first one, Atimi Atta. The second one is Natimi Atta. So for each round use, Sajado, Tedado, Deity obijati. Nati me adari sajado tedado deity obijati. Attana wa adanam senjana medi wa. Asa sajado tedado deity obijati. Adana wa anatana. Anatana wa atana. So the last one is Yome ayam adda wado wariyo tatara kalayana papakana kamana wipagam parisan wedeti soko pana me ayam adda nejo duwo sasato awubdi nama damo sasati samam tatewa tasatiti idan wujati bhikkhave deiti gaddam deiti or deiti the same meaning deiti yewa gaddam Deity Gata. Gata has no meaning. It is called deity round view. Idan wujudi bhikkhave deity Gata. Deity Gahana. Gahana here means thicket. Thicket of the bush of a shrub of round views. Deity Gandaram. It is wilderness, the forest. Gandhara here means this is, for example, when someone troubles, they face, the wilderness, forest, desert, such a place which is very difficult to cross. Such a journey, such a place is called Gandhara. So some Gandharas are filled with the sand. Nirudaka Gandhara. Some Gandharas have no water. So like here, Gandhara, we can translate wilderness. Wilderness of views, round views. Deity Gandhara. Deity Visuka. Deity Visuka is contortion of round views. Deity Vaipandita. So Vaipandita means, like a shaken. Vaipandati means a shaken. Because of taking from one round view to another view, his mentality is not stable. His views are always changing, which is called Vaipandita. Deity ya Vaipandita, Deity Vaipandita. Shaken by round views. So vacillation also translated by the Bhikkhu board is okay. Deity Vaipandita. Deity Sanyojana, the fetter of wrong view. Deity Sanyojanam, Deity Sanyojana Yogdo, fettered with the fetter of wrong views. Yogda associated with what? With the fetter of the wrong views. Bhikkhave Asudava Bhuttojano Na Primojati Jadiya Jaraya Maranena Sogehi Pridevahi Dokhi Dominasi Upayasehi Na Primojati Dokha Samadhi Varami. Here, the previous sentence is Yomi Yam Adda Wado Wadiyo Tatra Tatra Kalyana Papakanam Kamanam Vipakam Prisam Vedeti. Prisam Vedeti, it feels, it enjoys. What is the object of Prisam Vedeti? Vipaka. No? It enjoys or it feels the result, the effect of karmas. Kamanam Vipaka. Kamanam Vipaka, the result of karmas. Kalyana and Papaka, wholesome and unwholesome karmas. So who enjoys, who experiences such as the result of the wholesome and unwholesome deeds? The Atta. Atta enjoys, Atta experience the result of the wholesome and unwholesome karmas. Yomi Yam Atta Wado. This Atta is, he speaks. Vidiyo. It used to experience. Tatra here and there. It experienced the result of the wholesome and unwholesome deeds. So Kopana me Yam Atta. So Kopana has no meaning. So Atta. So me Yam Atta. So Atta, Yam Atta. My Atman is nature, permanent. Permanent, duo, everlasting. Duo, everlasting. Sasta, eternal. Sasto, eternal. Viprinama Dhammo. Not subject to change. Viprinama, change. Viprinama Dhammo, not subject to change. Sasti Samam. Sasati here, Sasati. No? Sasati and the Samam, the same. The two words are connected. Sama means similar. Samam, Sama. Sasti, he Samam. Sasati Samam. So what is Sasati? Sasati refers to the mountains, rocks. They forever exist. Such a mountain, like a mountain, like a rocks, like a Meru. This Adda exists forever. Sasti Sama. Sasti Sama. Sasti he Sama. Sasti Sama. The Teva Tasati, okay? So now roughly we translated the whole paragraph. So Adanawa, now we will go back to the Adanawa, Atime Adda, Natime Adda, I have already explained. Now the next point is Adanawa Addanam Sanjanamiti. Sanjanami. I know the self with self. the self. I know the self with the self. Atana wa anatanam sanjanami. So, simply, just superficially translating, Atta knows Anatta. No, it is not the meaning. Later you will understand. So, I know no self with the self. But what is no self? Later we will figure out. Anatana wa adanam sanjanami. With the no self, I know self. Adana wa adanam sanjanami. Adana wa anatana wa adanam sanjanami. Adana wa adanam sanjanami. Okay. So here 3 points. Adana wa adanam, adana wa anadanam, anadana wa adanam. Before we try to understand this sentence, we need to understand the meaning of the Sakaya Ditti. Otherwise, you cannot understand this sentence. So here, what is Sakaya Ditti? Because Sotapaddi Mega eradicated Ditti in Vijikacha. At that time, Sakaya Ditti is the beginning, the root of all kinds of Dittis. When you study the Brahma Jala Suttas, there will be 62 Ditti wrong views. Dvasati Ditti, 62 wrong views. But these 62 wrong views also included in the Sakaya Dittis. So we have the 5 khandhas, as everyone knows. There are 5 khandhas. For each 5 khandhas, there are 4 wrong views. So how many wrong views is 4? So totally we have 20 Sakaya Dittis. The Sakaya Ditti, what is a Sakaya? That you have to make a wiggle like this. Sandokayo, Sakaya. According to the philology, you can explain like this. They are assimilated kaka. Sakaya. Santa means existing. Kaya, the khandha. Sandokayo. It is the combination of the mind and matter is kaya. So Sandokayo, Sakayo. Sakaya refers to the khandhas. They are really existing. Sandokayo, Sakayo. So Sakaya is 5 aggregates. The wrong view on the 5 aggregates are called Sakaya Ditti. So the Buddha said, all of the wrong views in the world, in the past, in the future, in the present, all of those wrong views come out of 5 aggregates, based on the 5 aggregates. Now someone, believes there is Atman, or soul. So he may take one of these 5 aggregates, Atman or soul. He may regard maybe Rupa Khanda, maybe Atman, Vedana Khanda, Atman, or maybe Sanya Khanda, maybe Atman or soul. So without, free from those 5 aggregates, there is no idea of the Atman. But there is exception. Sometimes some ascetics who develop very high, jhanas, they might, take kasina object, like a binyati. Binyati also they might take as a Atman or soul, but it is very rare case. This is also especially concerned with the ascetics who develops very high jhanas. At that time, the kasina, in the very beginning, when they started to develop Pathavi kasina, they might say Pathavi, 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 Pathavi. In the very beginning, in the movement of the Parikama Nimitta, it is Paramata. After Parikama Nimitta, he got Nimitta. Those Nimittas are not Paramattas, they are Vinyatis. Now you look at the, Pathavi, then you close your eyes. So gradually, those kasina discs in your mind becomes more and more clear, more and more brighter. The nimitta, the sign, becomes pinyatis. Those pinyati also sometimes the Asian ascetic may take Atman or soul, but it is a very rare case. Generally, 99%, all of the Atman idea, the idea of Atman or soul, come from the 5 aggregates. So some people, they might take Rupa Khanda as a Atman. Some people, they might take Vedana as a Atman. Some people, they may take Sanya as a Atman. Like, for example, Rupam Atta Dosamanupasati. For example, so someone contemplates or regards Rupa as a Atta. Rupa is Atta, Atta is Rupa. When the Rupa disappears, Atta also will disappear. Now Rupa went down with Atta and Samanupasati. Rupa went down one, Attanam Samanupasati. He contemplates this Rupa, this Atta has Rupa. Atma has Rupa. What is, similar, the simile is like a tree, the one like tree together with the shade. Rupa went down one, Attanam. Atta is a tree, Rupa is the shade or the shadow. Rupa went down Attanam Samanupasati. Attaniva Rupa. Some people think this Rupa situated in the Atman. Some people believes this, Atta located in the Rupa. In the Atta there is a rupa. In the rupa, there is Atman. But usually, the people think like rupa samaywa Atta is, most of the people in the world believes like this. There is Atta inside the form. Like Vidanam Atta Vedana wa Atta do Samanupasati. Sometimes they believe Vedana is Atta is a Vedana. Okay? Now the similar sentence, here is a Rupa Atta do Samanupasati, here is a Vedanam Atta do Samanupasati. Vedana Vendan wa Atta nam Samanupasati. So like Atta has a Vedana. So Attani wa Rupam. So there is, Vedana or feeling in the Atta. Vedanaya wa Attana. There is Atman also in the feeling. So similarly, like a Sinya Khanda, Sankhara Khanda, sometimes some people they believe like a Penya is Penya Jetasika. Maybe, Sati Jetasika. Maybe Ekagara Jetasika, they think they are Atman. Because it is Sankhara Khanda. Sankhare Addado Samanupasati. Okay, now these 5 aggregates, each one, what I want you to know for the time being, for the Rupa Khanda, we have 4 round views. For the Vedana Khanda, we have 4 round views. Sanya Khanda 4, Sankhara Khanda 4, Vijnana Khanda 4. Totally we have 20 deities. These 20 deities are Sakaya deities. So what kind of deity eradicated by the Sotapaddi Mega is these 20 Sakaya deities, 20 round views. In the 20 round views, the first 5 is Ucheta deity. The next 15 is Sasta deities. The Sasta deity, Ucheta deity, is included in the 20 Sakaya deities. Not just eradicate the Sasta deity, not just remove Ucheta deity. In the 20th Sakaya deity, there are, Ucheta deity, Sasta deity already included. So when sometimes the people, they believe the feeling is Atman or soul. Sometimes they believe the feeling in Atman is separate. Feeling situated in the Atman. Or maybe Atman is situated in the feeling. Atman is a separate one, feeling is separate one. Rupa is separate one, Atman is separate one. So based on only these 5 aggregates, in connection with these 5 aggregates only, there is the idea of Atman rise. The idea of Atman rise because of 5 aggregates. So if someone understands Anicca Lakkhana, Dukkha Lakkhana, Anatta Lakkhana of 5 aggregates, there is no chance the wrong views will rise. The wrong views has no chance to rise. This is also the reason why Vipassana meditation should be developed. The Buddha always suggested his disciples to develop insight meditation. So why insight meditation is so important? These wrong views are, sometimes also we call abhinivesa. You see, it's a too firmly rooted in our mindset. Abhinivesa. Abhinivesa are the 2. Tanna abhinivesa, deity abhinivesa. So what is abhinivesa? Firmly, very firm and strong belief set in the mind. Very difficult to remove. Such a thing is called in the Pali abhinivesa. Abhini Vesa is a Tanna and deity. Like a deity is, these 20 deities. These 20 types of the Sakaya deities are firmly rooted in our continuity of the mind, in our mind. So cannot be removed. So why these 20 Sakaya deities rise? They are based on the 5 aggregates. Whatever deity rises, this deity may take one of these 5 aggregates. Except these 5 aggregates, there is no chance around you will rise. If someone realizes the truth of those 5 aggregates, true nature of the 5 aggregates, then deity automatically will be removed. How do we get such a realization of the true nature of the 5 aggregates? By developing insight meditation. How do we develop insight meditation? We just practice mindfulness. So what is a mindfulness? Mindfulness, now you have already know, I have explained many times, whatever posture, whatever mind, whatever thought, whatever reflection, whatever happens to your body, to your mind, you are observing. You are aware of them. You take you take a note when you are, when you intend to get up at that time. You have to say intending to get up, intending to get up. When you stretch your hand, then you have to make note, mental note. Oh, I'm stretching my hand, stretching. When you look at the book, at that time you have to make mental note. I'm looking at. Every movement, every kind of thought. Sometimes we are very, very unhappy. At that time, don't lose your mindfulness. Make mental note. Observe it. So how do we observe? Just sitting and look at them. No. When you are unhappy, you have to know, unhappy. That is okay. You don't need to, sit down and look at your unhappiness. No. Make mental note. Unhappy. When you are happy, okay, as soon as you are happy, you have to make mental note. Happy. In this way, every bit of the thought, every movement, every body, you will see what they are happening, what is happening to them. When your concentration deeper and deeper, before you stretch your hand, now you will notice, now in the daily life, I stretch, I scratch my body, okay, scratch. But when your samadhi becomes deeper, before you stretch your hand, you will notice your mind, your desire to stretch, at first rise. At first the thought rise, I will stretch. Then stretching the hand. You will notice even the very, tiny movements of your body together with your mind. Before you have no intention to stretch, maybe before, before you think, I will stretch, and then your hand will not move. When you walk, before you walk, your mind is already thought, I will walk. Before you eat, I will eat. So the mind arises at first. The thought arises at first, then the action comes later. What I mean is, when your concentration becomes deeper and deeper, you will try to catch your thought also. Then you will try to catch your body, your movements. Even you move, even you stretch your hand, actually it is not directly stretching. So all of the like Vayo dhatus, they rise in the hand. This Vayo dhatu produce another Vayo dhatu. Another Vayo dhatu produce another Vayo dhatu. So the first Vayo dhatu disappeared. The second Vayo dhatu, and the make, a kind of, it push. maybe it lives, then Vayo Dhatu also disappears. Then another Vayo Dhatu rises. Finally, until we lift, we stretch our hand. Many Vayo Dhatus rise and disappear, you will understand. At the moment, you come to know, there is no mind. In the very beginning, in the daily life, we think we stretch our hand. Actually, we don't stretch our hand. There is no we. There is no combination of the working, combination of mind and matter. This, matter also disappears, rise and disappears, many, millions of times. Then that is the action, stretching appears. It's seen. So this is, mindfulness meditation. So if I go back to my word, this is 20 Sakaya deities. These 20 Sakaya deities have risen based on the 5 aggregates. These 5 aggregates also taken as the adamant or soul or permanent, like you have seen nature, duo, sasto. I am permanent, I will not die. So why we are saying automatically, we take something is permanent. But naturally, usually if we say like this, we cannot notice that there is the idea of Atma. But automatically, naturally, the idea of the Atma included. I cannot die. I cannot die. I will be permanent. Even though we don't directly know, but we don't think we will die. We always think we will not die. Yes or no? Yes, Even though, even if we have cancer, we still think we cannot die. So something which is permanent, eternal, or everlasting exists in the process. So this view also, why such a view happens based on the 5 aggregates. So in the 5 aggregates, if someone sees their true nature, anicca, dukkha, anatta, then the wrong view will be automatically eradicated. So vipassana jnana also actually it removes potentiality of wrong views. Because when there's a wrong view, there is because in one time there is only one consciousness. When there is, akusala citta rises at that time, kusala citta cannot rise. The vipassana citta is kusala cittas. But the vipassana citta, when the vipassana kusala citta rises, it only removes at the moment, it, prevents not only prevents akusala citta, but also it destroys the potentiality of akusala cittas also. This is a very special feature of a vipassana jnana. The samatha is not like this. Why you are developing very high jhana or samadhi at the moment, no akusala cittas, but it cannot destroy the potentiality of akusala cittas. But the vipassana jnana can destroy potentiality of akusala cittas. So this is how we should understand the rising of the Sakaya deity. So now we are going back to the commentary. So what commentary says is Adana wa Adanam Senja Nami Senya Kana Sisena Kande Adda Digehetawa. According to this sentence, according to this idea, the person, someone, he takes all of the 5 khandhas as an Atman also. Rupa khanda also he takes as an Atman also, Atta. Vedana khanda also he takes as an Atta. Senya khanda also he takes as an Atta. Sankhara khanda also he takes Atta. Vijnana khanda also he takes Atta. So Senyaya awasesa khande sanjana do imina Attana ima Attana sanjanami. At that time, so he focused on, he emphasized, he makes Senyakan as a lead. Senyakanda Sisena. Sisa means a lead. He makes the Senyakan as a lead. Senyakan as the leader of 5 aggregates according to him. So with the Senyakanda, he knows every other aggregate. So in this way, Attanawa Attanam Sanjanami. Attanawa with the self, I know the self. Well, what is the meaning of Adana? Adana refers to the Senyakanda. Adana refers to the 4 aggregates. But the 4 aggregates, I don't say the 4 aggregates are Atman also, but according to his belief, he believes 5 aggregates are all of khandas are Atman or soul. He also regards the Rupa Khanda also Atman, Vedana Khanda, Senya Khanda, Sankhara Khanda, Vijnana Khanda, all of khandas are Atmans. Another Atmans are known by the other Atman. So what kind of Atman knows the other Atmans? Senyakanda, he will take Senyakanda as the Atman. Now the next one is Attanawa Anattanam Senjanami. Attanawa Anattanam Senjanami also Senyakanda Yewa Atta Gehetawa. Itra Itre Chatarobi Anatta di Gehetawa. Senyaya Tesam Janado Ewan Hoti. So he thinks according to the second idea, he thinks Senyakanda only Atta. I remember Senyakanda we translate perception. Okay? Perception. Perception also like the other day I talk about the perversion of perception. Senya Vipanlasa. The Senya Vipanlasa, Senya also, he takes it is Atman. According to the Senya Khanda, we remember our parents, we are educated, we can communicate with other people. So, Senya Khanda or Atman, this Atman Senya Khanda can do anything. In this way, he thinks remembering is the working of the karma. Okay? Remembering or memory, like Senya is like you remember whatever you have learned, you remember your place, you remember your family, that you remember you have perceived everything, whatever you have seen. Now, according to the Senya Khanda, there is one simile. So in the forest, there's some farmers, they grow the paddy field. In the paddy field, the deers sometimes come eat the young spike of the paddy. Then the farmer creates, like a human shape. Like he, collect straws, tie them with the fibers, with the head, with the leg, with the body. So in the top of the body, he puts some other part. In the other part, he paint like eyes or ears, something like this, and then he put some weapons, bow and arrows into the hand of those scarecrow. So when the deer came to the paddy field, he thought that this is a human being, and then he fled. So according to like this story, this illustration, actually this deer have seen real human being, but this deer retained in the memory the perception of man or woman. But when he saw this, scarecrow, at that time, he took it for real human being. Then he fled away. So this is a Senya Vipanlasa, So Senya, in the very beginning, he have seen a real man and real woman, that he creates the perception. The perception rises. he already thought perception, he already have perception of man or woman. But when he thought similar shape, similar appearance, he thought he takes them as a real man or real woman. This is a sanya. Sometimes also in the darkness when you sleep, so in the middle of the night you wake up, especially in the countryside. When you go outside, like for example, to go to the toilet, for example, at that time, the whole area is totally dark. But we are sometimes deceived into thinking. Like when we see stem of the tree, at that time we thought this is a ghost. Maybe this is the human being. Sometimes when we are deceived into thinking, actually what we see is bush, but we think it is the elephant. So such a like a perversion of the sanya is called sanya vipanasa. This sanya vipanasa also like a anicca nature. So impermanence as a permanence, like impurity as purity, suffering as sukha, no atman as atman. There are 4 sanya vipanasas. So deity vipanasa also similar. Chaita vipanasa also similar. There are totally 12 vipanasas. Okay, so here in this, going to this context, the person thinks only the sanya khanda is Atman, because the sanya khanda can remember everything, can perceive everything. By the power of the sanya khanda, we can communicate with the people, we can stay in the human world. So sanya khanda is taken as a Atman. The other khandas he takes as no Atman. No Atman is called in the Bali Anattana. Attanawa Anattana. Here this Anattana, it doesn't mean no Anatta Lakkhana, It means, the other 4 aggregates, which he thought it is a no Atman. For him, sanya khanda only is Atman or soul. So because of this, anattana wa attana. Okay, I wanted to read the Bhikkhu Bodhi's translation. Okay, here, the paragraph number 8. When he turns unwisely, okay, that we cannot say. So in Myanmar also, no atta, they have to translate the anattana. So we cannot say the translation is wrong, but according to the Bali grammar, every translator has to translate like this. But here the point is, just to see English translation or maybe Burmese translation, I think cannot make us to know the true meaning of the word. You just see here. So if you don't know Pali, if you don't know commentary, if you read this Pali, the English translation, like I perceive no self with the self. How do you understand this Pali, this translation? I perceive no self with the self. The people, they easily think about anatta can be understood with the atta. If someone believes like this is completely wrong. That his path of knowledge will not rise. His path will be misleading. So path self with the no self. No self with the self. I perceive no self, no self with the self. So just translations cannot convey the true meaning to the readers. So here, we should thank to the commentaries. Otherwise, these commentaries, I think we will have, another wrong views. This is a wrong views already 20. We will have another wrong views. According to the explanation of the commentaries, we come to the true meaning. Adanawa, Anadana, Sayadaw. Some people who just study the Buddhism, he may see this Pali sentence or English translation, then he will say, Anatta, how do you want to understand Anatta? Okay, I want to understand Anatta. How do we understand Anatta? Okay, you can understand Anatta with the adamant or soul. He may say, what is it you have proved? No, I have already proved. When I perceive self with the no self, So this is, the one of the very, the important benefit. So the understanding the commentaries. Okay, now the next point. Anattana wa adanam adanandi senya kandam anatta. The Senya he takes the Senya as a anatta, no self. But the other khandas are self. Idri Jadaro, Adarik Hidawa, Senyaya Tisam Janado, Ewa Hoti, Sababi, Sasto Cheda, Deti Yowa. All of these ideas are Sastra Deti or Ochita deities. And I wanted to read the paragraph again. Adanawa Adanam Senjana Midi. Okay, here is Senyaya Desam Jana Do. How do we translate that, Brian? Senyaya Desam Jana Do Ewan Hoti.
There is such a thing for one who knows those other kanda by
So Senya Kanda Ye or Adarik Hitawa. Idri Jadarobi Anadadi Hitawa. Senyaya Desam Jana Do. Desam is genetic or dative case, but the meaning is accusative. To the one who knows those khandas with the sanya. The desam refers to the other four khandas. Desam to those aggregates. Jana to the one who knows those khandas with the sanya. Ewan hoti means such a wrong view rises. Ewan, in this way, ewan, refers to the wrong view. Okay, now Nattana wa adana, carry on. So all of them are Sastra deity or Ocheda deities. Okay, here, Sasana deity, Ujjhara deity cannot prevent cannot prevent celestial abode or human world sukati. They prevent only the mega jnana phala jnana. Okay? Sasana deity, Ujjhara deity, we call the Sakaya deity. Sakaya deity doesn't prevent going to, the becoming in the human world or Deva world or Brahma world. But it only prevents the rising of Mega Jnana, Phala Jnana. Sasra deity, Ujjhara, Sakaya deity. But Sakaya, because the people, we are reborn in the Wopu state because of Sakaya deity. We are reborn in the human world or celestial abode, Brahma world also, because of Sakaya deities. Sakaya deity can lead us to the celestial or Sugati or Dogati. The two places, it can be led by the Sakaya deity. But if you remove the Sakaya deity, you cannot be born in the Wopu state. When the Sakaya deity leads us to the Sukati world, celestial abode, human world, but Sakaya deity works together with Kusala Karmas. Not just Sakaya deity alone cannot lead us to the Sukati. Okay, now, because when I talk about the Dhamma, this should be precise. Otherwise, just to say one thing, that, sometimes it leads us a wrong understanding. But Sakaya, Agusalas are rise because of Sakaya deity. So Sakaya deity, when there is no Sakaya deity, there is no Agusala Karma which will be born in the Wopu state. Because of this, Sotapannas are never reborn in the Wopu state. Why? Because they have already removed Sakaya deity. The Sakaya deity also come together Vijikesha. Deity and Vijikesha. We have already understood there are 60 kinds of Vijikeshas. But the other deity is Mecha deity, Mecha deity means, and this is a very special term. So we call the Natika deity, Agiriya deity, Ahituka deity. For example, this one. No, just that someone has, everyone has Sastra and Ujjhara deities. The deities are a very usual nature of the human beings, Putojanas. But some people, more than that, they have this such a Natika deities. So what is Natika deity is? Natika deity, according to the Natika deity, the persons who believe in the Natika deity, they don't believe in the Dana, in the Nati Mata. They don't believe in the mother. The mother, there is no duty for the mother. The duty made by the, children. We have, the children has, responsibility to take care of their mother and father. But according to the Natika deity, they don't believe. They don't believe, there is responsibility for the mother and father, for the children. They don't believe. So, like, Nati Mata, Nati Pita, Nati Sukata, Dukata, and Kama and Vipako. They don't believe they don't believe, they think, they believe there is no result of Kusala Karma and Akusala Karmas. They don't believe Kusala or Kusala Karma Vipaka. They don't believe Akusala Karma or Agusala Karma Vipaka. It's a very heinous crime. If someone has such a Natika deity, he will surely be born in the woeful state. As soon as he was dead, he is dead. After his death, he will be born surely in the woeful state. The Sasta deity, Ojita deity, also the deity, but it's not like Natika deity, Agiriya deity, Ayaduka deity. So when you study later, that there are, like a Manodujritas. Manodujritas means a misdeed in the mind, misconduct in the mind. So sometimes also just thinking, we believe just thinking cannot make us to be born in the woeful state. But some thinkings, it is a crime. Some thoughts are crime. So what kind of thoughts are crime which make someone to be reborn in the woeful state? There are three, the misconduct of the mind. Three. The first one is abhijja. Abhijja means, like when you are living in the, like a quarters in the village, that is your neighbor. Your neighbor is very rich. He became rich. Then you want to have his house illegally or maybe improper way. Every time we think his house may be my house. His money be my money. Like his car may be my car. His gold may be my gold. Such a loba is called abhijja. If we have such a loba, this loba can take us to be born in the woeful state. It is not just loba. It's very, very stronger than, the normal lobas. The other manodujrita is bhyabhada. The bhyabhada we call the dosa. Later I will write these names. The bhyabhada is a dosa. Dosa is a no. Now we are angry with each other, it is okay. But this bhyabhada is very strong, stronger than normal anger. According to this bhyabhada, he want to destroy someone. Like there is a Mr. White and Mr. Black, they hate each other. Mr. White always, trying to kill him. May he disappear from this earth planet. I don't want to see him. I wish he would die soon. I want to kill him in many ways. I want to kill him with the sword, with the gun. Such a thought, Totally to destroy someone else. Such a dosa is called bhyabhada. If we have such a dosa, it's similar to the panadipada, the same. If we have such a abhijja, it is the same as adinadana. The same result will be given by those two. And then the other one is mecha deity. Abhijja, bhyabhada, mecha deity. Okay, repeat after me. In this way, we are more and more used to the Pali words. Abhijja, bhyabhada, mecha deity. 3 times. Okay, these 3, like a major deity is one of the major deity is now look at Natika deity. This major deity is more powerful, stronger than Sakaya deity. Sakaya deity is natural for everyone. Major deity is very special, very wrong, and the very heinous crime. But Sasta, who we have Sasta deity. We have Ocheda deity, we have Bhutojanas. So because we have Bhutojanas, we have Sastra deity, Ocheda deity, it is normal. But this Sastra deity, Ocheda deity is increased improperly, developed improperly, it will change into the Natika deity. Agiriya Deity, Aheduka Deity. Okay, major deity. The major deity is when we have major deity, every life, every time, we will be reborn as in the woeful state. Major deity surely give result in the, surely give rebirth in the woeful state. We will be born in the hell, or we were born as a hungry ghost, or we will be born animal, Because of what? Because of major deity. This major deity is very dangerous. It is very scary. If you have major deity, you don't do anything good. Anything, like you will do anything very bad. The killing or stealing is no problem for them. Because of no next life. Don't believe in the next life. They don't believe in the next life. No belief in the next life. Killing is okay. Stealing is okay. They will think like this. In this way, they will do, if they need the money, they may kill their mother, father also. They may kill their teacher also. They may kill some virtuous people also. They may kill arhatas also. This because of this natika deity, major deities. This major deity arises in our mind, our life finished. We cannot be, it is very difficult to cure our mind. It's very difficult to heal our mind. Okay, one more thing. Why this major deity arises? Because of Sasta deity, Ojita deity, because of Sakaya deity. Because of Sakaya deity, this major deity arises. But if you completely eradicated Sakaya deity, what do you think? This major deity will rise again or not? Will not rise again. So, in the countless sansaras, we might have had such a major deities, Who knows? We might have, such a Natika deity, Ahiduka deity, Agiriya deity. As long as there is Sakaya deity in our mind, there is possibility for us to be very bad men. Now for the time being we are good men, but maybe another time we might be very bad one. Maybe in the next life. Why? Because of Sakaya deity. We have Sakaya deity, because of Sakaya deity, there will be anything. That we might believe in the next life or in the another life. We might believe in the major deity. Maybe even in this life also. Our mind will change. As long as there is a Sakaya deity or Sasata deity, Ojita deity, it is easy to, to tempt us, to lure us into the wrong views. If someone is a very good speaker, he is very good at speaking, conversations, then someone makes you to believe, oh, there is no mother and father, there is no offering, there is no morality, there is no ethic. So, because of this, the Buddha always suggested it is, very, very important to eradicate Sakaya deity. Okay, let's go here for this one. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.